modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from SoFi. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run it for the first time with Najee Harris. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. The gun, here's Russ. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Denzel Perryman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
They'll take over 1st down and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's a run. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown Chargers. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Russ. He keeps it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. Give him 14 on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson will drop this down to Warren. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The speed on display. He's in. Najee Harris. Touchdown Steelers.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard mark. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. A one-point affair, 7-6 is the score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. 2nd and a yard. Now, Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's Dobbins. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. They'll give it to Dobbins. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. This one complete to Palmer. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. A run with Dobbins. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Shotgun now for Herbert. A dive and a catch. Incredible. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. To throw, it's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now it's Dobbins. He is in. Hey, Dobbins. Touchdown, L.A. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Point after now from Dicker. He knocks it through. And the Chargers will take a 14-6 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Patterson now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's right side and brought in by Williams. 2nd down and 3. Now it's Wilson. A pass taken in by Harris. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Now Wilson on first down. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for. And it'll be second down. To throw again is Wilson. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. And that is incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet. We see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet. And as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup. And he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the second half.
Again, working deep downfield. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Mike, living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here we go on fourth down with Wilson. And that ball intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr., just like his daddy did. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Darius Davis from his end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's the pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle. Third down. 3 to go. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
There is his tight end, Disley. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. And he'll be taken down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. They're going to motion their tight end, Hurst. Herbert now on 3rd and goal. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Interesting decision. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. They're going to keep the hammer down and go for it on 4th and goal. That one taken in. Quentin Johnston. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Alohi Gilman. And the Chargers are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Brought in by the tight end, Hayden Hurst with the catch. How about this? And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
They'll drop to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the 2nd half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Chargers.
My We used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. And he will go down. Doesn't even get a throw off. Try for two is unsuccessful. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10. Now Russ. Working free downfield. It is Williams. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Here's Wilson. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryermuth.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Off he goes. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Chargers have it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. It's Herbert. That's into the hands of Disley downfield. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. And they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And now the Steelers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. The clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
At the 33-yard line.
Herbert to throw on 2nd down. This throw taken in by Hurst. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. On play action, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And now it's 4th down.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So